Hi guys! Today I'm going to be showing you some exercises that involve the core and the feet and actually help us to stand a little bit more well balanced and stronger when we go to things that require us to use just one leg. It's actually really difficult to isolate the glutes in a way that will help us stand tall without kind of shifting to balance ourselves out. So first exercise, you can use a couch, something solid. I end up using a kettlebell. I actually prefer putting my hands with my wrist bent back up against a wall, but that's not going to give you an angle that you can really see me at. So I'll show you what I mean by that though, and that way we can go from there. This is actually a really good exercise for my aerialist too. It's one that I use to teach handstands and inversions and things like that. So if I were at a wall, I'd have my fingers facing down to the floor, my arms fully straight but slightly wide, and pushing my shoulders and my arms into the wall. And you can see that causes my shoulders to shrug and my ribs to sink down into my back. All right, since I don't have a full wall there though, I am going to choose, this one's a little bit heavier, I'm going to choose a kettlebell. Okay, and then that becomes the underside of my couch or my wall for this. You can have your hands inside. That's a little bit close together for my comfort. You can also hold what I call the horns of a kettlebell too. So it's around the outside. That gives me a little bit more width, slightly different grip, and I can still shrug my shoulders up. All right, so I'm gonna take my legs up towards the ceiling, the toes pointed and the knees nice and straight so my quads are engaged. From here, I'm just working on bringing my hips over and back down. As I'm coming down, I'm pushing my arms away from my head to create lots of space in my back. Okay, we'll do that again. I'm gonna go over and back down. Now, if you don't have the strength and control to go all the way over yet, you're just gonna curl your pelvis, squeeze your lower abs, and do about a half range of motion. Because of Pilates and circus, this is actually a pretty regular movement for me. Let's go a couple more times. And back down. Make sure that your armpits stay turned to the ceiling the whole time. You're slow and controlled. There's nothing fast or flingy about this. You don't want to fling. We'll go 2 more times. Push the arms away as you roll on down. Make sure every bone in the back articulates. One more time. You can see I'm starting to get farther and farther away from my kettlebell, which makes this more difficult each time. If you're using hands at the wall, you'll end up basically with your fingertips touching. Each time gets a little more challenging. Try for about 8 to 10. You can hug the knees in after you're done. It's a nice stretch for the back and shoulders as well. And if you're looking for more challenge, you can start working with single arm versions. Okay, and that's working with the diagonal lines of the body. So single arms, what's nice with a kettlebell is that you don't need to hold the outside. Okay, you can have both arms overhead still, just using the weight of one. You can have the other arm down on the floor and rolling up like that. You're going to find that this is a very unique challenge on one side because we have different strengths through either diagonal of the body. So my right arm overhead, pretty easy. Left arm, I don't get as far. And I feel a lot more work in my right side obliques. Ow, to the point where they're cramping. Okay, so be respectful of that. Wait to try the one arm version until you are really solid with going overhead with both hands and both legs. And yeah, keep practicing those 8 to 10 each type wherever you can with them. And I will see you guys next time.